What's up, you guys? Welcome to this week's episode of the Just Saying podcast. I'm your host, Justin Martindale, and I am so excited for this week's guest. She has a special out on Netflix right now called Night Owl. You have seen her on TV shows. You've seen her on tour. Check her out on the road. It's the one, the only Liza Treyger, everyone.
Yay!
Back again.
Back. And I'm looking at these topics, and I am already just
ready.
excited.
We're going to have a good time.
All. Yeah.
First of all, congratulations on the special.
Thanks. It is like a big deal.
Yeah.
And sometimes because everyone in our bit, you compare this or that or this and that. And it's just like nice to be like, yeah, I did that. I'm enjoying it. And people are complimenting me.
Yeah.
So nice.
And it's crazy too, because you live in New York City. That's crazy. But I saw the process of you putting together this special.
Yeah.
Like doing the editing. You were very hands-on with it, I feel, right?
You have to. Yeah, but I hired all the best people.
Good.
I think if anyone is doing, like, everyone worked for not their full rates, I'll be honest. So I could afford them all, but like having people you trust is amazing. So like the first cut they sent me, I had one note.
Ooh.
And then Netflix had no notes.
Ooh.
The only notes they had were like technical that had nothing to do with us. So it's like I got the cut before I even got it. That was like good. I probably had to watch it 3 times total.
And even that,
And
that's a long time. I hate it.
I know. I
get
usually, that's when I'm putting clothes away or something. If I have to like watch myself or like do that kind of work, I have to have a task that's like keeping me away from the full screen.
Yeah.
It's tough. And then editing all the photos, like picking the photos is tough. I think I might get plastic surgery.
Wow. What a switch. Where? What is
right here. I think I just want this gone. I guess I could just stop eating processed foods for one day, but like, I think
you told me last night that you had a dream. No. That wasn't you. Totally different person.
Oh my God.
Totally different person.
Do they want plastic surgery too?
No, it was about being chased around by French fries. Wasn't you.
No.
Wasn't you. Totally different person.
No, my dreams are chase. I just because even photos, I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want this. It was hard to pick a photo.
Like a cool sculpt, or are you going full in like Matt Rife jaw surgery?
No. As minimally invasive and as little as I can get away with.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just see how. I'm going to start without surgery. I'm going to just maybe do something.
Do you eat a lot of fast food?
I don't eat at home. I do not cook. My stovetop is like my mail, like my little purses. Like it's kind of my catch-all. I live in a small.
You put your keys there.
Well, they hang,
your mail.
Yeah, my sunglasses I'll throw on, but it's the catch-all. Yeah.
Well, it's like it's a New York
very
apartment.
New York. It's East Village. It's Radiator.
Oh, do you hit the pipe with the spoon?
I don't hit it, but it is. And like the truck, I hear the construction. I have exposed brick.
Oh,
and
I love
it's
exposed
a tenement
brick.
Building where in between the bedroom and the living room, there's like these little shutter windows because there's no other window to save people during fires. I don't know. It's a pre-war, like 1900s building.
Love that. Haunted.
In positivity, I feel like surrounded by my ancestors in a weird way.
Yes, we love that.
The old Jews of New York. But
do you walk out and are you like one of those like
I'm
New
Carrie
Yorkers?
Bradshaw. I skip down my little steps, and I live by like some viral TikTok place and cool spots. So sometimes people are eating on my soup, and I just love being like, "Excuse me." I romanticize all of it because I've wanted to live this life forever. And so it's like I'm finally in Manhattan in a 1-bedroom walking down my stoop stairs, and it is.
And you breathe it. Are you one of those like you breathe in and you just go, the city?
Yeah, and then I'm a regular at the coffee shop right below me.
Okay.
So I go in, I get charged for a small when I get a large. Sometimes they go, get out of here. I get that kind of situation.
Now, what is the difference do you find the most jarring about New York versus LA?
I was just depressed here. It's just not conducive for me because I tend to isolate and not. I could be alone and not leave my house and just be on my laptop and computer for days. And I don't know if that's unique. And it was exasperated by COVID, but that's like my safe place. Like weed, snacks, show. And so in LA, it's harder to get out. Even though it's sunshine, there's barriers. You got to park. There's the mall. Everything is a barrier. And I live in an area of New York, 12-minute walk to Sephora. I can walk to 3 movie theaters in under 15 minutes.
Wow.
So I could be at home, go, I should see that movie. And I can be in a movie theater seat in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so it's that kind of convenience that gets me going, because the walk gets me kind of jolted, and then I get to a place and I'm immediately seeing people.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately, if I am lonely or sad, like my coffee shop, everyone is just around.
I love that.
So I feel less isolated and more ready to be like, okay, I just go do this errand. It's a 12-minute walk and you can be back.
I honestly, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. But here it's like, we're so accustomed to our cars, but when we get the momentum, we're like, oh, we're driving. This is great. I'm out. And then it's like, and sunsets down to one lane. And you're like, in the daytime?
And obviously there's trains and like, it's like,
there's
there
different
are
options.
things like sometimes, but there's shit on the floor here too.
Oh,
Human
yeah.
shit, yeah, the human shit's
I was just in
everywhere.
San Francisco.
People are,
People are shitting on the streets.
Yeah.
On the streets.
So that's
and a little
tough.
girl walked by me and she was, watch out for the poop. And I was like, was that a ghost?
That's actually one of my skills as a friend and a human is if you're walking with me, you will not step in anything.
I thought you were going to say I pick it up.
No, I have your back. I will grab you and make sure you do not.
Yes, I'm the same.
I'm like really pride myself on.
Like even with my dog too, I'm just like, like I make
they'll
sounds.
eat the poop.
Not my girl. No, ma'am. I almost brought her today because she was like, where are you going?
Wait,
and I'm
I would have loved that.
I know. I almost brought her, but she was so snuggly on her little Cozy Earth blanket, I couldn't wake her up.
Is Cozy Earth a sponsor?
No.
Wow, you just love it.
I love it. Yep, use promo code.
But I smell the coffee in my bedroom because I leave the window open always.
Yeah.
I don't know. So Spike Lee on my block.
That's the best.
And you see celebs here, but I just gave him like and he nodded, and I was like, I'm in New York.
I saw Simon Rex walking
But like
his dog.
FedEx, UPS, like every shipping, like, do I need a car? Do I need a CVS? Soul Cycle, 11-minute walk. So it's just.
Oh, I forgot. You're a cycle girl.
I'm a Soul Cycle girl.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
don't think I'm going to
too.
even have time to go to my classes this week. It sucks. Because I have a few favorite teachers in LA, but my schedule, it's tougher here. They closed a lot down. Soul Cycle was suffering, but in New York, they have like 24 studios.
Well, they have berries now with.
It's too hard.
It's hard. Here's the thing. Evan, my fiance, he is like, I signed us up for a class. I'm like, oh, you signed us up for a class? And I love cycling, but then there's half cycling, half floor.
Oh.
And the floor is like lift the weights, do all the core.
But I love that. I thought it was treadmill weights, and I don't want to do treadmill.
So it's floor treadmill, and then the other room is floor cycling.
I didn't know that.
And I just have to get into the habit of doing it. If they want to throw me some free passes, berries, I'd love that as well. Because I do love, I miss cycling. I miss it.
I don't give a shit. I talked about Soul Cycle in my special. I talk about everywhere, but maybe it's because I'm not thin. But I'm like, give me my clothes.
Now, do you
like give me my stuff? I'm at 228 rides. Like I'm there. I've spent probably $10,000.
Yeah,
cycling.
Yeah.
I'm promoting constantly. It's
You're like, can you help me out?
I only talk about 6 things over and over again. Like, it's pretty bad being my friend. It's not exciting. I'm so boring. I've been doing all these podcasts to promote, and it's like the same 8 things.
Pass me a voucher. Pass me a voucher.
Pass me one fucking free class.
Just something.
I finally got to the point where they'll give me my credit back if I missed a class. Like, they'll be like, all right,
they're like,
you're sick.
Just keep talking about us for free.
Yeah.
That's actually very, very nice. Guys, we are spending way too much money on delivery services. Takeout is ridiculous. You gotta tip and you gotta wait. Hopefully it shows up on time. And guys, don't even get me started with groceries. They are out of control. We all know this. But my new sponsor, Every Plate, is gonna fix all that. Every Plate can help you dish up better habits with delicious, easy recipes delivered right to your door, including new Calorie Smart, Carb Smart, and Protein Smart options. With new Smart Swap recipes, you can swap flour tortillas for lettuce wraps, white rice for lettuce, and potatoes for sweet potatoes to make better for you meals. We love having options, and we like swapping. So skip the store and enjoy wholesome, homemade meals that cost less than groceries. We love that. Groceries, you're too much right now. Start with 50% off your first box with code SAYIN50 at everyplate.com/podcast. Everyplate offers valid with auto-renewing subscription. Guys, I'm going to be a little honest with you. Shopping online makes me very hesitant, very anxious, because I don't know exactly if I'm going to be receiving the item that is being featured on the website. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone. I don't think I am, but I'm going to tell you that all ends when you go and shop at Quince. Quince has elevated my style without breaking my bank, and that is wonderful. I love all of that. But with Quince, I get high-end, versatile pieces at prices I can actually afford. Now I can upgrade my style by snagging killer luxury items that sync with my vibe as well as my wallet. Quince has all the must-haves this winter, like Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50, iconic 100% leather jackets, and comfortable pants for every occasion. The best part, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings along to us. Indulge in affordable luxury. Go to quince.com/SAYIN for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/SAYIN, SAYIN, to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/SAYIN. Let's get into some stories.
I am devastated by this.
You are? Okay, so Housewives, I know you're a big Bravo girl.
Huge.
What are we thinking about?
She's lucky she got a year. 4 DUIs.
Well, we're talking about Real Housewives of Potomac's Karen Huger, sentenced to 1 year in jail in DUI case. She was given 2, but then they suspended 1.
Yeah, it's good. And she'll have probation for 5 years. I think it's like maybe a year of community service or something like that.
Sure.
It's not full, but it's like she was probably facing like 15 years. Like 4 DUIs.
It was 4?
This is her 4th DUI.
But we only saw this one on
video.
camera, right?
But my thing was, if she pled out of court, we wouldn't have seen that video. The fact that she took it to trial, risking that video to come out, now we know that's 4 of them. I don't understand the lawyer. I don't understand her decision. And she's also not admitting it. Like, even this whole season, I don't know if you've been watching Potomac this season. She keeps like, the truth will come out. You better support me. Everyone better have me. Don't bring it up. Like, total victim. Like, no accountability at all.
It's like the Epstein files. Hurry up already. Yeah. It's always like, the receipts are coming.
They're not going to, because they're all complicit.
Yeah.
They've all been on that plane and island or worked for someone that has. Like, we will never know those names because it is every single politician we know.
Of course. Yeah, it's a whole thing, but also
but I feel sad. I just don't understand why they didn't plead it out. Like, knowing all of this, the video, how wasted she was. Like, I don't understand any of this. And the whole season of being like, not guilty, not guilty. How dare you? You better stand firm. Weird.
She addressed the situation in a pre-taped video that aired on the Potomac reunion. She says,
"You are an alcoholic."
No, I'm not an alcoholic. Let's be clear. This is very frightening, but I accept full responsibility for everything and went on with my car accident. I don't care about me right now. I care about my children. I care about my family. They are so hurt. Well, duh, because you're going to jail.
She's going to jail.
But she crashed her, what was it, a Maserati?
I don't know. I don't think she could afford that.
And I think it was like a Maserati.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it was like.
Well, because a lot of her storyline is like, you rent your house, so you're not even in Potomac.
Yes.
You know, like, they're all so mean.
But kind of like, she kind of,
I don't know how she's going to do in jail. I mean, she's popular, so hopefully people will be nice to her. She is tough, but she's been accustomed to a certain lifestyle. I mean, I don't know how prison's going to go. Like, it's tough.
I mean, but it's kind of iconic, though, with like seeing her get arrested. And she's like, I'm the Grand Dame. Like, bitch, I wish.
I can't wait for Bravo to do a girls' trip season of all just felons.
Jen Shaw.
Teresa.
Karen. Who?
Well, Karen.
Karen, yes, Karen.
And then
Erica Jane.
Yeah, but like, she has not been found guilty of anything.
Well, Countess Luann.
Oh, yeah, Luann.
Countess Luann can go. There's a whole slew of them.
Tinsley, yeah.
Yeah, just put them all together. Girls break out.
Or like, they go to a house to like get sober, like a therapy house. Like, we're going to get shows with the felons.
Oh, kind of like what they did with that show on MTV.
Yeah, Bad Relationships. I am an alcoholic.
It was like celebrity rehab. Did you know that I put Janice Dickinson in rehab?
No.
Okay. Long time ago. I was doing a show at the Laugh Factory, and Janice Dickinson was there in the front row with a bottle of champagne, heckling Tom Arnold. That tracks, right?
Yeah.
So I go up on stage. My friend Mark was there, And I go to the bathroom and she's there. And I'm like, holy shit, Janice Dickinson. Oh my God. Like America's Next Top Model, whatever. She goes, we came here to see you. Better be funny. She was already like fucked up, but like I'm, gagged, right? She goes, give me your keys. Goes to the bathroom with my keys, comes back out. So then we get in the car, because that's what you do after the show. And we drive to where now Delilah is on Santa Monica. It was this other bar, and everyone's like losing their shit because Janice Dickinson's there. And she's like, all these girls are coming up to her and they're like, oh my God, Janice, should I be a model? She's like, get out of my way. Beat it, whore. And like another girl comes up and she's in like a dress and she just lifts the dress up and like she's wearing panties, or maybe she wasn't. They're like, goes up, crawls onto the DJ booth, starts to DJ the party. Then we go outside and she's having a cigarette and she's like, should I do celebrity rehab? And I'm like, yeah, I think you should. I think you should. So she was like, I just want to be with like my kids, and I would love to have her on the podcast and actually like talk about this because she's fucking cool. I love her so much.
She was really extra mean to those girls.
She was, well, because she was also, I think she's like clean now, which we're hoping for. If not clean, she's alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the funniest thing is that people, when we left the bar, she's like, okay, get ready. And I'm like, for what? She opens the door, paparazzi everywhere. And people are like, Janice, is this your new boy toy? And I was like, oh, boy toy? Yes, I am. And that was one of the last times I saw her. And she like went off on her way and I went off on mine. But I saved Janice Dickinson's life, I think.
She is so beautiful. I mean, that top, smiling photo of her, like, it's great. She just was so vicious. Well, that whole show, it was just so backwards in terms of you're being a little too black. And it's like, what are we doing here? And it's like, it was just like.
We're making you Indian.
Yeah.
Like, there was just like, we're going to give you an afro to the white girl from like Kentucky who's getting her face done. TikTok, America's Next Top Model, like, outrage is kind of fun.
Think about it. That show changed my life.
Of course.
There is not one photo shoot that I've ever been on that I do not think about the lessons that I learned.
Yeah.
If the sun's in your eyes, it's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Like, I'm always on.
There's Ho and then fashion.
Yeah.
Ho.
Girl magazine.
Fashion.
Fly magazine. Yeah. But I'm always moving. Like, I'm always trying to have something behind the eyes. Like, I am always trying to convey something, think about something, and I'm thinking about her. Like, she did teach the lessons, but full psychological warfare. But thank God for that show, because without that show, we wouldn't have had Project Runway, Top Chef, Drag Race, Ink Masters, most unethical show on television.
Ink Masters.
It's so unethical because the whole thing
is. What's the one where they like revenge tattoo?
That one's bad too.
That one's fucking crazy.
But that one I'm hoping is so produced that it's okay.
I hope so. Who hosted that? It was like Snooki.
Snooki was one, but Jessame had a tattoo show too.
Tattoo Redo.
Yes.
Yes, on Netflix.
No, but the Ink Master one was so unethical. So it's like there's a mini challenge, and then the winner of the mini challenge gets to assign the human canvases to the tattoo artists. Mm-hmm. But they're trying to screw over the tattoo artists. Mm-hmm. So it'll be like, oh, this girl wants color. He's bad at color. I'm going to match him up. And I'm like, this girl is getting a neck tattoo. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Let's work together, guys.
But then it's the people being the tattoo artists like, I can't do it in 6 hours. And being like, I don't care. Do it. And I'm like, then you deserve your bad tattoo.
Yeah.
But in terms of like fucking up people's tattoos for this game is like the most diabolical thing to me.
Insane.
It's like
the worst tattoos.
It's so bad.
Speaking of tattoos and drugs, have you heard this like theory on Justin Bieber?
No, what is it? That he doesn't like being a dad?
About what?
That he's like not being a dad?
No, it's not that. Everyone's just a little concerned. He's just kind of like not being himself. A lot of people have said that he's been a little bit of unresponsive when he's out, and he just kind of looks a little gaunt, and like he just seems a little off. Like this past weekend, he was with Dave Chappelle at Barney's Beanery, and people were like, "What?" And he was just like hanging out and smoking. I mean, that's him now. A lot of people think that there's like problems in the marriage. He posted a video of himself rapping about flying high like a magpie just 2 days after his rep slammed drug use rumors. Hailey had her makeup line what's it called? Roan? I think it's called Roan.
Road, yeah.
And on a little pop-up on Melrose over here, line all the way around the block. Crazy. And he was there and people were like, oh, he's off. He's smiling and he looks a little like gacked out. And I thought that wasn't him. I don't think it was him. I think people now, I know Trixie has a doppelganger. I think Melania Trump has a doppelganger. I think all these people, these celebrities can like hire lookalikes to go out for them if they don't want to go.
Yeah, but why would it be at her event? Like you can't send a doppelganger to your wife's event. She needs support.
If they're really good.
I just really love Justin Bieber.
I do
and not in I know all his songs and albums and I wasn't a believer.
Mm-hmm.
I really love him. I think he was mistreated as a young child doing music in our business. And
by what? Like being sexualized too young?
do. I think the way he's flinched with that P. Diddy video and the way he's so protective over Billie Eilish.
Did you check him for a wire too?
Yeah, that kind of stuff lasts. Also, like, obviously he's probably like a little bit of a jerk and an asshole. You're famous since you were 13 and like,
Mm-hmm.
But I just really feel for him and I want him to be good. And I hope their relationship is good. I'm so anti-man though that it's like, oh, a baby's born. What, are you jealous? Suddenly the baby's getting more attention than you? Like, that's where my brain goes. Or if it's like getting used to the new role of fatherhood. Or, I mean, he also had Bell's palsy for a long time. That's like tough. My friend had it.
He had that eye thing where his eye was like going off
My friend had it for like a month.
Really?
It's like fucked up.
How do you get rid of it?
You can't. There's nothing. There's nothing. And then your eye just leaks because it can't blink. Or you have to wear the eye patch, but that gets stressful because only one eye's open. You can't chew on this side. Like you cannot move one side of your face. And his was 7 months.
God.
So when I saw his face and he's also in the church, the church stuff, like it feels weird to be like feeling bad for a multimillionaire, like pop superstar. But he just has the voice of an angel, and I just want him to be like healthy and happy and like have space. And I don't know. I don't even want to make fun of it. Like I just love him.
We're not making fun of him.
No, I know, but that's my instinct. Is like to be silly.
Podcast, we're talking about the things that people are talking about.
I know. I just like to be silly, and I just am like, baby.
But I get it. Like he was at the Laugh Factory like the other weekend watching a show. I don't know who he was with. But I mean, like
your baby's a month old. What's going on? Go stay home.
Right.
You're doing a pop-up now? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have staff, but I'm just like, at least, I don't know.
That's a good point.
I'm acting like my mother. She's always like, that baby's too little to be out, but.
That baby's too small to be out. Give it inside. But then also we have this video that popped up about.
But I also am like, are they in love or am I like a mark? Like, I don't know. Like, am I an idiot?
No. For what? Asking if Haley and Justin are actually
are they in love? Like, I just want the best.
I think so.
him.
But then there's that whole like conspiracy theory how her dad like introduced them and it was like this weird, like kind of a contractual thing.
Wow.
Yeah. TikTok. I mean, my God, it's too much.
But I don't it's like because of the Travis Taylor, I feel our bar has been raised. I'm like I love that Travis opens the car door for her, holds her hand, walks her out.
I just see them walking.
And he's
side by side.
This guy, he's ahead of Haley. Like he is walking up a storm. He does, it's.
Well, they've slammed the drug allegations, but then this video pops up on Instagram and it says he went to the Don Toliver show. Help him sing it. Is it Toliver? Don Toliver show where he has a verse in the song and this is what he's doing. Doesn't sing his verse and is doing like trank lunges, which I learned about in San Francisco, where it's kind of like that drug yoga.
Because there was a clip I saw once where he was like blacked out drunk drinking at a Kid Laroi show. And then Kid Laroi brought him up and he like voice of an angel.
Yeah.
He just...
It's this scares
This
me.
is scary.
It's very scary because it's like we don't, you
It's,
know.
I know he's with Britney and everything that's gone down with her, like, I refuse to kind of be a culprit
Amanda
of that
Bynes,
again.
like...
Yeah. And that's what I thought of here. I'm like, like, let's say he is a young man, and that is, usually it's like 26, 27, but like that is when schizophrenia, if it's drug-induced or something happens, and it happens to young men, and you just hope for the best.
Well, when you have that much money too, you're just kind of like...
And everyone does whatever you want, gets you whatever you want.
You have yes people around you at all times. Like no one's like, hey, stop. Like, no. And if you do, it's like, what did you say? Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I know. My heart goes out to him. If the slots are spinning, you could be winning. That's right. Head on over to DraftKings Casino and play the classics you know and love, or try something new with DraftKings exclusive games. Plus, new players that give DraftKings Casino a spin can earn anywhere from $5 to $1,000 in casino credits. Just sign up with code SAYIN, SAYIN, and wager at least $100 on slots or table games to receive up to $1,000 in casino credits. Only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 and over. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Minimum $100 in wagers required for reward. Rewards vary by tier reached. Slots and table games only. Non-withdrawable casino credits expire in 168 hours. Wager $70,000 for maximum reward. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends March 16th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
We're rooting for Justin.
We're rooting for Justin.
Well, these people are being shot off into space. Gayle
is
King.
Gayle King not? They're firing her from CBS Sunday Morning.
No, but close. She's getting shot into space.
Oh, like for real?
Yeah. Is she being fired? No, literal space. They're putting her in a rocket and she's going. She says she's going to space as part of Blue Origin's historic
Language has gotten so
women
fucked.
crew.
I was
Yeah.
that's a saying.
Yeah.
But they're not going to space.
It's not a metaphor. It's actual and factual.
Oh,
now,
my God, Gayle!
before I read this list to you of the people going, because this is an all-woman crew.
Oh my God.
These are the other people coming with her. Gayle King, Katy Perry, Lauren Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' wife, Aisha Bowe, Amanda Wynn, and Carrie Ann Flynn.
Can you tell me who those lower three are that are not famous?
The lower Aisha Bowe is a rocket scientist.
Wow.
So she knows what she's doing. Amanda Wynn, I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
She is a
civil rights activist.
civil rights survivor, runs a nonprofit.
I was interpreter.
Yeah. So she's a
Rape survivor.
And then Carrie Ann Flynn is a
producer.
Oh, she's a producer. Okay. So she's probably going to be like making the documentary about this and putting it on a streamer service. So she's
I would go to space. I don't know who Blue Origin is. I'm not really, I don't want to be a submersible and no one's asking me, but I want to go to I don't think I could physically do it, but I would train. I would try.
You would train to do it?
Yeah, they can't just throw you up there.
So
you would puke all over yourself. You have to train.
So you're telling me you would get in that little pod that they like spin in your face, like makes you pass out and stuff? My brother's done that. He's a pilot, so he's done it. Yeah, and I wouldn't last. There's no way.
I don't think I'd last, but I would try. If someone said, "Well, and it was with people I trust," I don't know. I trust Gayle. If Gayle King is the rest of them, Aisha, the rocket scientist and Gayle King, I'd go with. The
Katy Perry,
of them,
leave her there.
Sorry, I like her. I like Teenage Dream. I like Fireworks.
That's the song they're gonna launch off to. You know it. I'm already calling it. I'm already. But also like. Don't give me Challenger vibes. I don't want that. I don't want that.
No, they won't because Bezos won't let Sanchez get murdered. They would let the rest of them, but I think he's powerful. Or you think he wants to kill her?
No.
Oh, you do? Like he wants
I don't, but it's also like, what a good girls trip, you know? Like, oh, we went to like Turks and Caicos. Oh, we went to the Bahamas.
Yeah, okay.
We went
But
to
this
space.
is so crazy.
Yeah.
So Jeff Bezos is the founder of Blue Origin. I would not go with his. I would go if Lauren Sanchez was there, honestly, because then he wouldn't murder her.
No, but I mean, like.
But I wouldn't go without a tether.
It's giving Titanic submarine, and I don't like it. Because if there's just the tiniest hole on that ship, or, you know, and I'm not wishing the worst, but also, was this Lauren Sanchez's whole concept? She's like, babe, I want to go to space with Katy Perry and Gayle King. And he's like, all right, honey, we'll put something together. Like, that's how you know people have too much money.
Oh, there's lots. I mean, yeah, the Amazon of it all. But how else would we be able to get up there? But why aren't any guy? Like, I need a man there to make sure that they're not being murdered.
Why?
Because then they'll try harder to save him.
So you're saying
they'll explode it and be like, "We told you women can't do shit."
Man, bear, or astronaut? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I know. I would actually want someone who's probably in there.
But that's why the Sanchez is the tether to Bezos. But he might be a socio. Like, he might not actually love her or care.
But is it like, are they in space, or is it one of those things where they just kind of like circle over the stratosphere? Or
I'm
the
okay with that.
It's just, oh God.
I would love to see the Earth from. I don't need to. If I could just book a movie.
Just book a movie.
Book a movie. I could see it in pose. I'll watch myself watching the Earth.
Watch that movie.
I can convince myself to feel the feelings without
that movie?
Gravity.
That's too much.
I know.
Gravity's crazy.
I haven't seen Interstellar, actually,
That's
wildly.
a good one.
And I'm going to watch
space
it.
Movies. There's another one with Ryan Reynolds and Rebecca Ferguson where they have, like, they find a little species on or in space, and like they're like, we found this new life form, and like things go awry on the ship. It's really good.
Oh, cool.
And Jake Gyllenhaal's in it too. I forget what the name of it is. But
that's really cool. I still haven't seen Arrival either. I want to see Arrival and Interstellar.
Interstellar is the one with Matthew McConaughey, and like,
and I like good acting, so I'm excited.
And on TikTok, they always play that clip with like the Lady Gaga Bruno Mars song. If the world were yeah, yep. I'm hip, guys. I get it.
Yeah.
But here's something that's really if these girls want to hide things in their wigs and go to space, I'm here for it, because this next story is insane. This man, the Colombian police caught this man who was smuggling packets of cocaine under a toupee. Now, I'm
proud of him.
I would have preferred the term laced front wig instead of toupee. But so here it is.
So he knows he's about to go to jail. Why did he do this?
I want to know
he might
how
have been forced to do it.
But look at that.
That's not even done well. How did he think that was going to work?
How did it get caught?
Those are obvious. It's a little obvious.
Talk about a hair club for men.
Well, Andy had a hat on.
So, yeah, what happened? Did he trip and some
Those
dog?
circles, it wasn't even like, I'm sorry. I think I could have caught that at TSA.
Do you think it was just sitting on top of his head like the Lady in Mars Attacks?
No, but if he went through any TSA thing, like
the X-ray thing, they're like, we see bags of.
Because they ask you to take your hat off when you go through. I mean, I do not want to go to jail in Colombia. Like, what a fool. But the thing is, he might be a criminal, but he might also just be like someone forced into drug trafficking.
But I mean, also, I need this reveal in a Drag Race Colombia runway.
That's so
just like
funny.
If you just take your wig off and just white powder fell out, that would be like.
That would be good.
Sachet, you stay. Or Shantae, you stay. Whatever it is anymore. I've given up. So organized crime groups are exploiting.
Let people do coke. Like, making the drugs illegal is what I think brings all this destruction, right?
I think so. But it's also like, I don't know anybody who does it anymore.
Well, it's on the rise in Colombia.
I know, but I feel like that's where it comes from.
That's according to the United Nations.
The president of Colombia actually talked about legalizing it
Yes.
Just do that.
These people are bringing down. I mean, the coke, like the war on drugs costs
Exhausting.
more lives than anything.
I know.
Like, I don't know. I just feel there'd be less crime and more safety if everyone could just do what they wanted. But no, all the industries that used to do a lot of coke don't anymore because everyone died.
Yeah, because there's fentanyl in them. You do that Tranquilene.
I'm kind of a little bit of a baby about drugs. I'm a Molly girl once in a while.
Yeah.
I'll eat a little microdose, but it kind of makes me nauseous. I'm like a stoner. I don't really, obviously I've done DMT, some opium, I like to explore.
You've done way more than I have.
I've done some acid.
I can't. Oh, that scares me. Look at you. I've done some acid. I can't. I'll freak out. That'll be me in the corner. If the world was fun. Yeah. Can't do it.
I like abracadabra. Someone posted yes, Gaga speaking gibberish again. The world could be better.
It's the best.
Bring us together, bitch.
What did she say? She says,
ooh la la.
Ooh gaga. I'm like, yes.
It reminds me of like early 90s techno Russian vibes, and it's just my culture in a way that
it kind of could mesh up with that song, he was big and strong and his eyes were made of gold. That one. Did you hear about this married couple?
I actually did.
Okay, this married couple is forced to sit next to a woman's body after she drops dead on a 15-hour flight.
They couldn't put her in the coat closet? Oh, but the thing is she was heavy. That was the thing.
2 seats. Buy 2 seats.
She was she was too big to move, I guess. But they couldn't move the other people either.
So the lady could not be saved.
I'm sorry. Flying from JFK to LAX this week, we got diverted into Kansas City because there was a health emergency. So I think we can maybe divert this flight to get rid of the body for a second.
Right. And also, this is why I don't trust peanuts on airplanes. What if she had a peanut allergy?
Damn.
And it's the Spirit Airlines, because now it really is.
Oh, Qatar. Were they over the ocean?
So
that's the issue. It's long haul.
Mitchell Ring and Jennifer Collin were en route to Melbourne, Australia, to Doha, Qatar, when the unidentified female passenger suffered a medical emergency in the aisle during the long haul air flight. Unfortunately, the lady couldn't be saved, which was pretty heartbreaking to watch. Oh my God.
Yeah, not good.
The Australian couple, who had 2 spare seats in their row of 4, said the frustrated flight crew then asked them to shift over so they could prop the corpse up alongside them. They said, "Can you move over, please?" And I just said, "Yes, no problem." Then they placed the lady in the chair I was in. A shocking photo of the Grimm captured Ring watching his TV as the woman's body sat next to him. Ring claims he spent 4 hours sitting next to the woman's blanket-covered body. Okay. There's a blanket over it.
Yeah, but I don't know, when do smells and when does stuff start decomposing, smelling, the poop comes out? Like, when does all that happen? Stuff that happens to your body. Can you Google that?
When does the poop start? When do you start to smell and poop? It has to be like a couple hours.
But it's also stressful. Oh, not for okay.
Yeah, after like a day. So the first few hours, you can sit with.
The gases don't accumulate for 8 to 10 days.
And also, I have been on plenty of flights.
Nails and teeth loosen.
What?
In weeks.
Wait, what is it? Nails and teeth loosen.
Because the skin starts to decay away from it. Right?
Oh my
God. Nope. Put me in a t-shirt cannon and shoot me off into some lake.
Yeah, Lake Michigan. Maybe I'll go
there.
Something.
I'm not bubbling underground anytime soon.
No, but I want to be like Mausoleum House. Like, I want to be cool.
Well, get cremated and just get
Double
like
Jeopardy.
Yeah, like a marble. Like, get a statue of yourself, like,
Mitch, if you can just
carved and then holding your urn.
I wonder how many miles they got. Like,
how many miles did they get? That's what I want to know as well.
Money and miles.
Like, remember that dead body I sat next to on the plane?
Well, remember Nicole Byer famously opened her blanket on a Delta flight and there was human shit in it, and they only offered her like 5,000 miles?
Yeah.
And I was like, $10,000.
Yeah. That means somebody pooped into a blanket and left it there?
Well, and then they free-folded it, put it back in the plastic.
So,
But I wonder what airline this is and what they're getting. But obviously it's a medical. Someone died, so that's the bigger issue.
That's the bigger issue. Sad.
It's Qatar Airlines.
Qatar Airlines, yeah. Qatar.
Hopefully they get like that like first class for life kind of flights.
But also, were they flying in Delta uncomfort negative? Like, that is the opposite of Comfort Plus for me. Like, oh, I'm sitting next to this like dead person.
They have to understand this is unacceptable. Like, there must be overhead bin space.
They're not going to shove somebody. Get in there. I mean, I've seen people like, please put your bag to the side, like on its side, and they're like, it won't fit. And I'm like, they're telling you to like flip your bag on its side. I can't do it.
They couldn't sit her on the toilet seat in the back. Like, how many?
No, because people are in there vaping.
Oh my God. I just would be really upset.
But how many planes have I been on where I'm sitting next to somebody who could be dead? They sleep the entire trip. They've got blankets, the neck pillow. They're just out. I don't know them. The plane lands. They don't react to the wheels hitting the ground, and they are out.
That's happened to you.
That's happened to me, yeah.
Even the wheels. You know, I was once on I sleep so well on these flights sometimes.
Oh, I can't. Nope.
That I was on a famous flight where a person spit on the flight attendant, had a bottle of Jack Daniels, like commotion, missed all of it. It was happening right in front of me. So I wake up being like, all right, we've landed. And everyone's like, bitch. Our flight attendant just got spit on, you know?
Where were you going?
And then I was getting texts. This was years ago. I don't even remember. I mean, then I was getting texts being like, weren't you on this flight? And I would go, yeah, I missed it all.
Oh my God. Did you get rerouted? Did they
We had to land
the
and
plane?
it kept going, yeah.
And they were kicked off the plane, arrested?
Yeah, dragged out. And that's when they brought the whiskey out. And it was just like they had a full bottle of Jack Daniels. Like, I don't know how.
Oh, I would have been like,
No, this flight, the best thing happened. I'm getting on. I'm not in Delta One this flight, but I'm walking past them.
Yeah.
And an older woman goes, who are you? And a man goes, Big Sean. And she goes, who? And he goes, I'm Big Sean. And then we made eye contact and we kind of laughed because he had to explain to this woman
who Big Sean was. Just doing your community service.
But it's also
Like Karen will be doing one day, telling people who Big Sean are.
But it's just like, just leave him alone if you don't know who he is. To make him twice say his name to you
like,
and you go,
Sean.
I don't know who that is.
Because you didn't get it the first time.
Yeah, it's like so embarrassing.
Rudy Giuliani, going from the skies to the scooters. Rudy Giuliani, classic New York, is dying to look his best. And he is in a scooter searching for his hair color to dye his hair. Now, he has, I don't know what hair color he's using, just for felons. This is his classic.
It's like, honey, you can't go to a salon.
But also,
you don't have $150 for an appointment to go get fucking professionally done?
No, he owes like the city millions. So it's like, I love how that's like a priority for him. He's like, my hair dye. So yeah, I also like
that's gender affirming care. He shouldn't be allowed to have it. All of them should get their fucking veneers ripped out. No more hair color. No more none of it. Fuck that. Fuck all of them.
No more spray tans.
Nothing.
No more veneers. No more Botox.
Fuck this motherfucker. I just hate these criminals running amok. Like, I really do.
Yeah.
Just terrorizing the immigrants of our country, and these fucking criminals get to run around.
And go to Walmart. I mean, Walmart. Go to Target. Like, what's wrong with you?
Maybe he's doing the DEI boycott.
Oh, is that what's happening? Is anybody doing that?
Oh, they're like stocks have gone down.
For what? Is that today or tomorrow?
No. That's like its own thing. And the only thing I'll say is like the Montgomery bus boycotts were 18 months. One day can't do it. We really have to all make like collective change, and it's really hard because I bought a season of Drag Race, so I have to finish it on Amazon. You know what I mean?
Duh.
I can't. I'm like,
I'm on Paramount Plus. I have Yellow Jacket season 2.
Yes.
There's so many priorities.
But so no pressure. But yeah, I think people were really pissed about Target because they pretended so much to be caring. And yeah, I think people are just flocking to Costco and going, fuck you, Target. In a big way. Because I think a lot of Black people and people that weren't white were like, fuck yeah, Target has our back. We're going to support Target. And for them to be like, never mind, I think people are going to hold on to that one for a bit.
They might. We'll see what happens.
Because people were like, why aren't you more mad at Walmart? It's like, well, we don't expect much out of Walmart. But Target played the little game.
Really do. Like if
you shouldn't expect anything good out of business. They don't care about you except for Costco. He's a good guy.
But I mean, like, if I saw like Rudy Giuliani in a scooter, like getting hair product, I'd be like,
I would assault him. I've been followed at the St.
I'd put a
Patrick's
stick in
Day
his spokes.
at the St. Patrick's Day parade. This was before he got arrested. I mean, I've been on the pulse of every comic who everyone hates now. I fought them in 2013. You know what I mean? Like I know a bad man.
Yes, you do.
I know a bad man. And I was young. I wasn't even 21 yet. Blacked out drunk at a St. Patrick's Day parade in Chicago.
Good for you.
Blagojevich walking. And I ran and started Secret Service coming at me.
Isn't he like up for something?
Well, he went to prison and he got pardoned by the president, the former president, like 45. You know, I don't like to say him.
But no, he's like
Back
in talks to like be a person.
Great.
Like have a cabinet seat or something.
Probably, yeah. I don't
Something
think
like
anyone
that. I
in
don't
Chicago
care.
will allow it,
Yeah.
but I don't understand. Can you explain to me why New York, Chicago, LA, these big ass cities always have the worst local leadership? Why can't we get it together? It's like they're all kooky bananas.
Cuckoo bananas. Yes, I agree. They're all
Mayor
just,
Lori Lightfoot. I mean, no one
they're
likes
all
her.
like
Like they
that.
all hate.
they're all Gotham City villains.
Mayor Daley sold our street parking to his cousin for 100 years. We have no free parking anywhere anymore. A private company owns Chicago street parking.
Do you know what I learned about in Chicago?
What?
Dibs.
Oh, like chairs. And,
People put
yeah.
chairs out to call dibs on their parking spots. Is that because of that? Because they don't have parking spots?
Well, no, because those aren't those aren't metered. Those are like permit or like,
Oh, okay.
those
And
are
there's,
like side
fights.
streets.
People have dibs fights.
That happens in Boston when it snows too.
It's
I'm
all
from
about
Boston.
snow.
Oof.
But you also don't be a piece of shit. Like, yes, if you dug a car out for 5 hours, that's your spot.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, not on a regular day, but if you don't get to take a spot that someone fucking dug up.
Yeah. Just sounds funny to me.
But I just don't get why the big city, I don't know. I mean, small towns might also have terrible leadership, but it just seems so crazy that like New York just always has a kooky banana.
Yeah.
Eric Adams, like what the fuck? They all want to party. They all want to seem young. They all want to dye their hair. And
I know, like,
go
who
to
are you
private
fooling? What are you going to get some, like, hot chick to...
Well, don't you remember that Borat 2 where he was unbuttoning his pants on the bed? They're all
and
on
how soon we all forgot that.
Not me. I didn't even see the
I
movie.
know. That was crazy. I forgot about that. And he got him. He's like, oh, gotta go.
There is very few things that would stop a man from getting his dick sucked by a young girl. They
The
want
more
it.
you know.
They want it. So bad.
Oh, my God.
It's so funny. I was hanging out with a cool, like, hot girl yesterday. That's a comedian. And she was so mean to this guy. And she's like, oh, he's mad at me because I'm this and that. And I'm not nice to him there and that. And I'm like, but you're going to his house. And she was like, yeah, of course. It's like, they
Nag.
don't care.
She loves being nagged.
They don't care.
They're just like, whatever.
Like, she treats him like shit, but he's going to be like, yeah, you can come fuck me for
Yeah.
sure.
God, I love priorities like that, right?
Yeah.
These kids will never know. That's why we have to teach the children.
But I want that pack of hair ties, I'll tell you that. That's a nice, colorful pack. Go to a professional.
He
But this
can't.
is-
He owes so much money to like Georgia.
But
and,
that's
like,
actually like the classic.
146 million.
Yeah, 146 million to two Georgia election officials he defamed, and he had to declare bankruptcy because of it.
And
Giuliani was also disbarred in New York from last year. Oh, he's in a Walmart getting hair color. Ooh. Just be a dead body next to someone on Qatar already. Like, just beat it.
Oh my God.
So we're watching Traitors. We're watching White Lotus. What else?
I mean, I'm watching Elspeth. Like, I am deep.
What is it?
It's Carrie
Elsbeth?
Preston, a CBS show where it's kind of like Matlock, but she's
Okay.
a kooky consultant to the police that solve crimes.
Done and done. I'll have to check that one out. But everyone's like craving and loving the new season of White Lotus. And this came out where Chris Pratt has the most ultimate not safe for work reaction to Patrick Schwarzenegger's White Lotus scene. We all saw Patrick Schwarzenegger have that weird scene with his young brother. I'm really hoping it's not incest. But also, don't check my web history.
I don't think it's.
Don't check my Pornhub
I don't
search.
think it's incest, but I think he's inappropriate because the other siblings were like, "Thank you." Like, I don't want to. No one wants to actually be alone with him. He's a bully. He's
Well,
a
the
creep.
daughter doesn't. The sister.
But even because remember when the girl and the boy wanted to share a room, and he's like, "Well, we can't because of the genitals."
Right. Yeah. And she was like, what? Yeah. So Chris Pratt is Patrick's brother-in-law. And he's married to Katherine Schwarzenegger. He shared an honest reaction to those scenes in The White Lotus, which have seen his brother-in-law bare his bottom.
It's like, he's not a good actor. Look at these quotes. He's a really solid actor because the character he's playing is completely different from who he is. He created a character and it feels natural and good. You don't respect him. No. That's clear.
Well, he also says, and Chris Pratt says, I know where my eyes went. I'm not blood related to him. I was looking at that dick, bro.
Wait, excuse me.
Chris joked to E! News, Wilmar Fuji. No, not Wilmar Fuji. At the February 24th premiere, he says, no, he looks amazing. Obviously, he's a physical specimen, but he's also a really solid actor because the character he's playing is completely different than who he is. So, is this inappropriate? Or is it kind of hot?
Neither.
Brother-in-law, Chris Pratt, checking out
Chris Pratt's a weird little Christian.
Stop it. No, yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I would not say I looked at my brother-in-law's dick, man. We're not blood related.
That's
no,
just
I would never
creepy to
say
me.
that.
That's
I would never
creepy.
say that.
Yeah.
And let's act like I had a sister-in-law, not a brother-in-law. I guess I'd be like, your tits are great. That wouldn't be that creepy. But girls are different.
It would make an awkward Thanksgiving. Because you're like...
Well, pump it up. Speaking of your shirt, I mean, like, her parents can't watch her movies.
God, she's so hot.
She
Margaret
really is
Qualley.
so hot. I wanted to hate her.
But how do we...
Couldn't.
Would you rather see... I don't know. Because I get the fantasy of, like,
the
Chris Pratt checking out his brother-in-law. But it's also like, don't say, I want to see that dick, bro.
I mean, it's the language. Instead of just like, wow, you could tell you worked out really hard to be able to look like that for
like
this
you look
part.
great. Like, good for you. You got a job. Not like, yeah, I was fucking looking
and
in.
With that quote, it's like, this guy is exactly like his character. And they're fucking each other.
Chris Pratt and Patrick?
Yeah. Start the rumor here right now.
Let's do it.
When it comes out, they're fucking.
Okay, you heard it first.
You heard it first here when it comes out.
Patrick and Chris are fucking.
They're fucking. They're cheating on their wives.
Yeah.
Or fiancés.
So who bottoms? And does...
They're verse. They're verse. They're all verse.
They're all verse?
No, you answer this. I'm like, I can't. I don't.
No, I'm asking you.
Who's topping, who's bottoming?
I'm going to say Chris.
I think they're both just sucking dicks. I don't know.
And eating White Lotus.
Yeah. I don't feel like there's penetration. They don't want to clean out.
No, I don't think so.
Because I think doing an enema is too gay for them.
It's definitely like, just shut up. Like, let's turn off the lights and play Who's in My Mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't have any opinions that are my own anymore. Like, everything is how the edit is forcing.
Blame it on the edit.
Or the stories, right? And I did see one story that goes, you could tell the rest of the cast hates Patrick Schwarzenegger.
You think so?
Well, I don't know. I have to, like, look at all the press because I haven't really been paying attention. But I am curious if... I just recently worked with a famous Nepo, and it was a nightmare. Ooh. He cost the production multiple days. He came unprepared, not memorizing lines, like, truly ruining takes, making noises when other people were speaking in the shots. Like...
Was it Jaden Smith?
No, I'll tell you after, though.
Okay.
Because I hope the project is good. But it was truly like...
A nightmare?
It was a nightmare. And so...
Were they younger, older?
My age. Like in their 30s.
Wow.
I'm 37. He was probably like 35. But... disrespectful to everyone, wouldn't acknowledge people he didn't think were important, even though those were the EPs that, like, this was an indie, like, scrappy type, like, everyone's really working hard. Like, disrespectful to the crew, one prop person was messing stuff up. Like, I had to yell at him twice for ruining takes. Like, it was crazy. So I have this thing of, like, I'm not giving him a fair shake.
Yeah.
Because of that, my experience with this one Nepo. Even though I love this Nepo, and I love my
There's some good Nepos.
Yes.
There's
Allison
great
Williams.
Nepos. Yes, there's good Nepos out in the world.
But a boy Nepo, it's just
But a
so
bratty
funny.
Nepo.
And then with Chris Pratt, like, I'm an Anna Faris stan.
Same.
So to me, I liked him chubby. I liked him on Parks and Rec. I don't care to... I don't give either of them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. So that's where my projection and, like, weirdness came from.
Well, and this is a weird family to me. I mean, like, she's a Kennedy, Maria Shriver. I just feel, and like Chris Pratt, the Anna Faris, the like, didn't he like, there was something with him that was a little like scandalous then.
I think they were rude about it. He said something that they misquoted and spun around that he was saying something mean about his other son, and I don't actually think that was true. But maybe it's something.
But then
else
Arnold with the nanny and getting that
you know
pregnant,
what?
like it's all like
he's
messy.
really nice to that son. They work out together.
Yes, they do. I love that.
So I like that he didn't like go, They became friends.
Yes.
And
Which
father-son.
I do like that. But it is, I mean, this is.
But the nanny was like not hot. It is crazy.
It's weird when it's like a not hot nanny. You know what I mean? You're expecting like.
It was just not
Or
hot.
like a hot babysitter. You're like, okay, I get it, you know? But it's like, this lady was like.
Not to, you know, I would never talk shit about. And it was the maid.
Yeah, it was a housekeeper.
Housekeeper. Is there a difference? I say what do I say? I say cleaning lady. Is that rude? To my woman. She's actually cute. She's cuter than I remember.
Right, yeah.
She's cuter than I remember. I feel bad.
I think I had like Yolanda Saldivar in the back of my head. The lady who killed Selena.
Yes.
Like, I think that's just like, I think of like just a villainous housekeeper up to no good.
Cute. Her makeup's cute.
Yeah, she is cute. We like her.
Yeah.
And he's cute too.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't hate them. All right, final story. Jay Leno's comedy is in the news, and not just at Flappers in Burbank.
I'll do a confession.
What?
I was a Leno girl growing up.
You were?
I loved Headlines on Monday.
Oh.
I didn't know jaywalking was a concept or a thing. I knew about jaywalking from Jay Leno.
Gave us Ross Matthews.
Yeah, I just really liked him so much. And he's really like, people, turned on him.
Well, because of the whole
Conan
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
It really sullied him.
I'm giving you my show, JK, bye.
But even with the Letterman, but can't wait. You get into this.
Well, Jay Leno's, this is an article from TMZ. Monica Lewinski did Call Her Daddy, or is it Call Me Daddy?
Call Her Daddy, yeah.
Call Her Daddy. And Alex Cooper had Monica Lewinsky on, and which I was like, wow. You know, I've heard nothing but good things about Monica Lewinsky. I heard she's really cool. She's got a great sense of humor. I mean, my God, she went through it. So she came in hot, calling Jay Leno out as one of the people who went after her the hardest when her affair with former U.S. President Bill Clinton went public in the 90s. In her Call Her Daddy podcast, Tell All, Monica told host Alex Cooper about a study done after Leno retired, revealing that she had made the list of his top 10 targets during his time hosting The Tonight Show. What's worse is that Monica pointed out she was the only non-public figure on the list, making it clear that being the punchline of Leno's jokes broadcast to the nation was a whole new level of cruelty to her. Monica also said Clinton should have resigned over their affair when she was just 22 years old and the Prez was 49, or at least found another way to stay in office without lying and throwing a young person just starting out under the bus when the affair came out in 1998.
Are you going to talk about your dumb slut friends that you trusted that fucking sold you out?
What dumb slut friends do I have?
Linda Tripp, right? And Paula
Tripp.
Jones, all those fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Like, these guys sucked, but it's like that girl, the women are the ones who threw you under the bus.
They really were. Well, Linda
You
Tripp.
could have just sucked the president's dick and went off and had a story and written a book in 20 years. Like, the fact that...
Linda Tripp was like...
Scum.
A brick.
Fucking scum. You saved your friend's dress with cum on it? You fucking freak. You thought... That's what sucks about being a pick-me. They will never choose you. You will never win.
Mm-hmm.
So all the fucking pick-me's out there, use men, fuck men, date men, never pick them over your girls. They will never choose you. Mm-hmm. When we lose our right to vote, they will never sacrifice for you. Stop being a pick-me. She was like, ooh, I'm gonna tell on my friend and everyone's gonna respect me. And everyone's like, get out of here, you gross bitch. Like,
oh, yeah. I know a really good pick-me right now. I'm not going to mention who it is, but yes, those qualities are very much there all the time.
You never choose. But like with this, I don't know, you're 22, you're an intern, the president.
I know.
You get to suck a dick under the Oval Office. I would do it from almost every president.
Which ones wouldn't you?
Obviously, I would not suck Trump's dick. I would not suck Reagan's dick. I don't want to suck Bush's dick, but I guess if I had to. Of this game that I've created for myself.
I mean, but how far?
The Democrats. I'm fucking the Democrats.
How far back would you go? Because
you couldn't own slaves, and you. So I'm not.
You're not doing Abe Lincoln. I mean, that's
no.
full.
I'm not
Bush.
sucking any dick of a slave. Anyone that owned enslaved people.
Okay.
So no slave owners.
So no George Washington. No Jefferson.
No.
No.
But I'm sucking FDR's dick right in his wheelchair. And honestly, Eleanor can join.
I think she would have.
She would have.
Wasn't she the lesbian?
Yeah, maybe she could sit on my face and I sit on his dick on his little wheelchair.
No, not a presidential Eiffel Tower. Wasn't the Eiffel Tower a gift? Well, yes, Liza is totally for sure. America's Next Intern, Liza Treyger. Oh my God, with that being said.
It is unfair what happened to her. And I feel like a lot of the comments are still just like, oh, stop talking about it. It's like for a 22-year-old girl, like that is crazy what happened to her.
I know, because I felt like in the 90s as well, like it was getting a little more how you could kind of talk more fluidly about sex and sexual acts and stuff like that in mainstream media, where it would be like, you could make a blowjob joke on late night, but it wasn't like, it was very innuendo at the time. But like, I just remember like every monologue he was doing, it was like, Monica Lewinski just calls out a Wednesday, you know, like he went after her. And for her, again, I love that she said that. She was like, I am the only non-public figure that like he like went after. So what I would like Monica Lewinski to do is reenact the scene. What movie was it? Was it, oh God, Angela Bassett. She goes into Jay Leno's garage and she lights a match.
Oh, waiting to exhale.
And throws it behind her and just walks out. And his whole garage full of antique cars
he should just
lights on
apologize.
fire.
Like, why won't he like talk about it? You know, he's such a recluse, I feel. It's just like stand up in cars.
I don't know.
I don't even know if he has a friend in sight, but it would be cool if he was like, yeah, I guess that was fucked up. I was an old man, Clinton was an old man, and she was a 22-year-old.
But I mean, that's the misogyny of it all.
Yeah.
It's like, let's throw a girl under the bus to make it funny, because like also she was a victim in this situation as well. But it was also like, well, no, she knew what she was doing.
Sure, but that's the point. Like, it's like men's inability to say no is a good enough excuse in our culture, where it's like, it doesn't matter if she came on to him. Yeah. It doesn't matter if she opened her shirt and was like, hey, Mr. President, suck on my titties.
Wow.
He's the president.
Yeah.
And it's up to him. And a married man. It's up to him to go, you know what, Monica, we're going to move you to a different section of the White House.
Yeah, exactly. But he was like, all right.
You know, so it is like, that's my whole thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Oh, but she was coming on to me. It's like, it doesn't matter. She was 15 and you could say no.
Well, you're
like
fired. I'll see when I get back from Epstein Island.
You know.
Well, Liza, thank you.
I wonder if they've talked or if he's apologized. Or like Hillary, any of it.
No. She looks great, though.
Honestly,
what a glow up.
Lucky she wasn't murdered, to be honest. Thank God that Monica's still alive.
Well, for now.
No, they're not going to kill her now.
She looks great. I would love to talk to her. I would love to sit and get all the details. Yeah. But we actually have to wrap it up. I could talk to you forever.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Liza, thank you so much for being here with us today. Please.
A pleasure.
Let's check out your Netflix special, Night Owl.
And I'm available. On the road.
And she's on the road. Do you have any dates coming up that you'd like to plug? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Vegas, March 7th and 8th. I'm going to be in Seattle, Providence, Charlotte.
Okay.
Other places too.
Okay.
Philly. Always love going to Philly. Seattle. And Austin, Texas, maybe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm running around.
I love that. I'll be at the Punchline Houston on the 12th of March, the 13th, San Antonio, LOL Comedy Club. And then the 16th, I'll be at the Addison Improv in Dallas. Get your tickets.
You're doing the whole run.
Yeah. New York, March 20th. Connecticut, the 21st.
It's really exciting.
I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Everyone's loving the show, so I'm happy. So
yeah, it's a privilege.
It is a privilege, and we get to do it. And I'm so glad you're here, and I love you.
Love you.
And make sure to follow Liza wherever you get a chance. See her on the road. Check her special out. And as always, you guys have a great week. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time on the Just Saying podcast. Goodbye.